Okay, let's talk about it. Recently as in yesterday, I just went to go watch the new Demon Slayer movie, and I got one thing to say about it. You can sum the whole movie up in one word, just one word: trash. It was trash. I'm sorry, it was trash. Look, you can come at me in the comments. You can sit here and tell me, oh, you know what I'm saying, he don't know ball.
He don't know ball. Oh, he don't know what get anime is. Oh, why the fuck?
It was trash. It was trash. And due to one simple reason. It was one simple reason. It was 90% backstory, 10% fighting. It was not, it was 90% backstory. Hear me out. 10% fighting. Literally, it was trash. So, real quick, spoilers for anybody who hasn't watched it. But starting off in the movie, we come out, you know what I'm saying? We go back to whenever everybody fall into the Infinity Castle or Infinite Castle or whatever. We kind of see everybody land up. First fight that we get into is Shinobu versus the upper two. Trash. Okay, complete trash. It was a whole bunch of backstory about the upper two, about Shinobu, and then Shinobu gets clapped. Literally, it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Like literally, Shinobu is. I'm sorry for any fans. She shouldn't have been written for sure. She should not have been written at all. And then that entire hour of the movie or 45 minutes, I don't know. I felt like 10 hours watching it was a waste of screen time. Literally, Shinobu was a waste of a character. Upper two, knowing Upper two's backstory does not matter. I don't know. He's an enemy. That's all we need to know about him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like literally, I think that's how I feel. Okay, Shinobu really struggling up against upper twos, especially since her sword can't really slash through things. She's an insect breathing user, so she just stings, like literally just stabs. Just there's a whole bunch of this, just a whole bunch of this. Puts her sword back in her little sheet, little thing. Mixes up a little poison and a whole bunch of this, whole bunch of it's not given, bro. It's trash. She ends up getting slammed, absorbed by upper two, and then we get into the real sauce of the movie. Zenitsu, I think that's how you pronounce it, fights his like former superior classmate type of dude who was training under the former Thunder Hashira or Lightning Hashira, and it was tough. I'm not gonna lie. Seeing a demon use a breathing technique, that was tough. That was 100%. That was tough. Finding out more backstory on Zenitsu, that was cool. It was not too much backstory on Zenitsu's part. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't too much backstory. Now it was more than I would have liked, but it wasn't too much backstory. You know what I'm saying? They got to fighting, they got to clashing, breathing techniques were getting dished out, handed out. Zenitsu was like, you're too slow. Like that man was just that man hella aura. And then you can see Zenitsu end the fight coming out with a seventh technique that he created himself. It was awesome. It was actually the best part of the movie, in my opinion, at least. It was really good. It was top tier. Zenitsu ended up defeating an upper six or the upper six that apparently replaced the previous upper six demon. So therefore, you can really say that Zenitsu is really Hashira level if that man defeated an upper six or literally an upper demon. So that man top tier. But then after that fight, that man was too tired to do shit. And then we cut to Tanjiro and Gyu. I'm not gonna lie, that entire sequence. I'll say what I liked about it. I'll say what I liked about it first. Then you guys can hear my little cons, my little negatives about it. First off, Gyu getting his mark, tough. Gyu was like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like to fight, but I want to fight you. Tough. That man Gyu was holding his own against Akaza. Only reason why Akaza kept coming back and coming back and coming back because the man's a demon. He regenerates instantly. Every time Akaza dealt a blow, Gyu dealt a blow. It was hand to hand. It was doom, doom, doom. It was hand to hand. It was really good. But Akaza being a demon, that man was just kept outlasting him. Tanjiro displaying some skills. Gyu was like, damn. He kind of hot shit all over now. That boy Tanjiro kind of getting down with the best of them. I'm not gonna lie to you. That boy Tanjiro was doing his shit. Tanjiro figuring out how to defeat Akaza by hiding his killing intent. That was tough. That was tough. And now here's when we get to it. I seen a lot of this shit on TikTok. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care. Me personally, I don't care about Akaza's backstory.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
The only thing we need to know about him is that he's an upper demon and that man is a bad guy. That's the only thing we need to know. If you want to include the backstory for the people in the back, make it 10 minutes. Make it 10 minutes, no longer than 15, bro. Cause I'm not trying to literally, I was sitting in the movie theater, like, put on my phone, like, I've been in a movie theater for 2 hours already, and we're not getting nowhere. What the fuck is going on? Like, feel me? Like, it wasn't you weren't going nowhere. We just kept watching Akaza. The fight was literally 10% fighting and then 90% Akaza's backstory. You found out that he's quite an aggressive child, but he's aggressive because he wants to protect the people that he cares about. He was stealing. He was trying to get shit for his like sick father who's like weak. His father ended up hanging himself because Akaza just kept stealing and getting punished. Then he got new family. Some girl said she wanted to marry him. He fell in love with a new family, but then that family got poisoned. And then bro wanted to fight and fight and fight. He kind of caused a bunch of commotion that caused the word to kind of spread that a demon was going about because that man was really popping some heads. My man was going crazy. And then the real demon, Muzan, came up, was like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember seeing a demon in these parts. I never created one. He put up and he ended up making Akaza a demon, or whatever his name was at the time, Hikoji or whatever the freak. And then Akaza became a demon. The fact that I just summed that up in this video, that entire like hour backstory that they displayed in the movie, is crazy. It's absolutely insane, because I wasted an hour watching that. Because you guys gotta understand, like, I put up to the movie waiting to see Tanjiro fight somebody and fight crazy. And not just Tanjiro, obviously Gyu, Zenitsu, even if Shinobu had like really like cool fight scenes, I would have been like, damn, she tough. No. That was trash. It was trash. A lot of people would disagree with me because I know a lot of people like to see the backstory, and a lot of people like characters like Shinobu, but it was just not it. It was too much backstory, too much exposition. I think that's the word, exposition. There was not a lot of action. When there was action, what would happen is they would hype up like the viewer. Like, I would get hyped. And I'd be like, all right, man, it's time to get down. That boy finna, and then like right back into backstory. I feel like I was watching Naruto. Like, it was so much cut, like backstory scenes. It was like I was getting drowned in backstory. Like, it was crazy. We do have, I think, 2 more Demon Slayer movies that are gonna come out to finalize and finish up the Demon Slayer story. And if this movie is out now, right, and it was 90% backstory like this, and I know for anime, it takes quite a while to kind of create some stuff. It takes, it takes some time. Motherfuckers gotta really illustrate that. You gotta really illustrate that. You feel me? I understand that, and I know it takes time to create just episodes of anime, let alone movies. But if I'm gonna wait, I don't know how long, 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know how many years, I would love to see some fighting. And I don't mean just 10 minutes of fighting and then like 40 minutes of backstory. I want, you feel me? Like, I want to see, I want to see a whole bunch of sword fighting. I want to see techniques being used. I want to see Tanjiro use some sun breathing. I want to see, or more sun breathing. I want to see Mufka snap. The Stone Hosher, well, we haven't even seen too much of him. Now all we know is that man top tier and he's strong as shit. That's all I like. I don't know a lot, and not a lot has passed, but I want to see more, and I want to know more. I want to see all the muffs go crazy. I want to see the upper one, because that dude looked like he used some thunder. Because I don't watch the manga, so I don't know. But he looked like to be using some breathing technique. Like he has red hair and stuff. I'm like, who bro? He has a sword too? Okay, that man kind of, feel me? That man kind of, you know what I'm saying? That boy kind of tough. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm waiting to see some fight with him, and I'm like, I really want to see the action, and I'm getting drowned. I'm getting waterboarded in just backstory. If you guys disagree with me, you guys have bad taste. If you guys agree with me, then you guys don't have bad taste. And it's just, I know it's an opinion, and opinions differ and stuff like that, but just me as a person, what I like, it's too much backstory. It's like a 3-hour movie. I was really sitting there like, yo, how long this movie finna be? It's finna be like 6 hours? And I was really thinking, okay, I'm finna watch a 6-hour movie as long as we get to see some shit going down. And then I saw credits rolling, and I said, bro, I just wasted money on a ticket, on food. I just wasted all 3 hours of my time. I would have been fine watching the TikTok spoilers. I would have. It's a waste of time, in my opinion. Whenever the 2 other Demon Slayer movies come out, I hope they're tough. I hope they're not trash. We don't have that many other characters to kind of go over. We have the Stone Hashira, the Mist Hashira, and like the Wind Hashira. We need to see them kind of go crazy. And then I don't know. Now it's time to kill Muzan, bro. I'm trying to see Muzan go down. I'm trying to see Muzan go crazy. Feel me? So, I mean, but you know, time will tell. But I hope it's a lot less backstory, man. I really wasted my time doing that. Like Tanjiro really came out with he said, Akaza, I'm behind you. He gave himself away just to juke his shit and then still slice his head off. And we're like, damn, Tanjiro, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really, all right, bet. Down with Akaza, on to the next. You feel me? And then suddenly, the man comes back because his head is not cut off and he's an upper demon, and upper demons never die whenever you cut their heads off. And then we see a whole 40-minute backstory scene. Like, I'm not. Honestly, I can't be asked. I can't be asked. But like I said, it's my opinion. And if you disagree, and what? Really though, and what?